What's up, everybody? Here we are with another Take a Peek episode. And this week we are taking a peek at a game series that I just finished here on the channel, Rogue Legacy. This game is freaking awesome. If you want to know more about this game, more than what this Take a Peek episode shows and more than what I say, go check out my series. I go through the entire game in 30 episodes, talking about news, science, politics, everything, while playing the game. Check it out. It was a lot of fun to make, and I feel kind of sentimental towards this game. I don't want to leave it behind, but it's time to move on, and this will be the sending off episode with a take a peek. So let's open the box, jump in. So Rogue Legacy is a roguelike game. And what that means is you get one character. In this case, I have this character here. One that's jumping around. This one's called a spell sword. So I just open up the stats screen. You can see it's a spell sword. So where's my mouse? Doesn't want to show up. Alright, well my mouse doesn't show up. But you can see on the blue card it says level 133 spell sword. It comes with the empowered spell ability. 30% of the damage you deal, physical damage, is converted directly into mana, so you regenerate your mana. But the downside to the spell sword is it has low strength, low HP, and low mana pool. Now each character also comes with special side effects, personality traits, physical traits, etc. So in this case, Lady Winry the 7th is colorblind, which is why everything's in black and white. The more detailed stats are sitting on the right, if you want to check those out. But basically, if you've ever played D&D or an MMO, the stats are fairly self-explanatory. If you haven't, ask in the comments and I can explain it more. But the stats should be mostly self-explanatory at this point. So, before we get into more gameplay, kind of explain the back end here. So we have the blacksmith. So the blacksmith is as it sounds. It's a person you go talk to, and as you unlock more equipment in the castle, I'll show that a little bit later. As you unlock this equipment, you can pay your gold that you collect to use this new equipment. And you can see there's a wide variety of colors. They all come with their own benefits and detriments. Just kind of pick whatever fits with you the most. There's a huge amount of possibilities, so always try something new with the blacksmith. Secondary effects, you have your enchantress. So your enchantress comes with runes, and every single one of these has the exact same runes. It's just what you purchase to unlock, what you choose to unlock with your gold, determines what runes you can use on what body parts. So this is, for my weapon, I have attached to it a sprint rune. So this allows me to dash right and left. It allows me to do this. But I've also purchased the ability to use a bounty rune, which gives me more money. The balance rune, which gives me HP and mana every time I kill an enemy. Or I could use the curse or grace rune, which means the enemies are going to be easier. But you're less likely to get a positive reward out of killing your enemies. And those rewards are going to be smaller. Alternatively, there's the flip side, the curse rune, which makes enemies harder. Your haste rune, which makes you faster. Your retaliation rune, which means every time you take damage, you deal it back. Your vault rune, which allows you to double jump, or if you equip multiple runes, multiple vault runes, allows you more jumps after your initial double jump. So you can have a triple, quadruple jump if you want to. Your vampire rune is your health, your siphon rune is to regain mana, and then your sky rune, which actually allows you to fly temporarily. You also have your manor, which we're going to be visiting at least one more time in the episode, but the manor is your castle, it's your house. It's where your family lives, and you spend your gold to upgrade various things that allow you to use different classes. They allows you to use different people. You get more gold, you have more armor, you do more damage. I mean, this is just a general upgrade of everything, as well as other potential special abilities. The manor really is where you're going to be spending most of your gold, and it can make the difference between what you have and what you don't have. The last guy, which I don't use very often, is the architect. So as you can see, you can lock the castle, only get 60% of the gold that you would normally get. Locking the castle allows you to keep the castle in the same layout as it was before, but at a reduced price. So you know where you're going, you have a map of where you're going, but you don't get as much money. And the chests you've already unlocked, you cannot unlock again. This may sound a little weird if you haven't followed the Rogue Legacy series, my personal YouTube series, but it'll make more sense as we go through. So let's go ahead and talk to Sharon, give him 70% of our current gold, and enter the castle. So it's building the castle right now. So Rogue Legacy is a procedurally generated game, which means that's the map right now. That's what we know about the map. If I go up, right, or down, it unlocks another room. That puts me somewhere else. Now, the entire purpose of this game, initially when you come in, you see this door, and you have this right here, your diaries. There are 25 entries into the diary, and this basically tells you the backstory. Why are you here? Why are you moving through this castle? Why are you playing this game? What is the backstory? So, the story is only told through these diary entries. Again, if you want to see them all, I have them all covered in my playthrough. But basically, the short story is your great-grandfather of some sort waltzed into this castle one day and never came back, and it was assumed he was dead, so your siblings, yourself included, kept coming back time and time again to kill this, or to find out what happened to the king and to kill whatever may have killed the king. What happens in the end is definitely quite the twist. Come here. I'm here, Blazelock. So, you can see I'm pretty far into the game, just based off of the level I have. Go. But so be it. Whoa, jeez. Take no damage. Easier said than done, but alright. Ah! I don't even need the fairy chest. What am I doing? So fairy chests unlock the runes that I was talking about earlier at the Enchantress. However, I already have all of the runes unlocked, so it doesn't even really matter. This is just a bad place right now. So you can see there's quite the variety in enemies in this game. And that makes the game difficult, but definitely entertaining. I mean, that's part of the great entertainment value of this game is in the fact that it is different every time. So you can see the map right now. It's fairly basic, fairly easy to follow. It's not too complicated. This is one of the simpler maps for sure. But it is all procedurally generated, so it could change. That was just a bad time. That was unlucky. Okay, so that didn't work out very well, but we can go back. And this is back where you can choose your heir. So you can see back in time, this is my entire family tree. It goes back another like 1,400 years, I think, or more. You can see my entire family tree right here. And then you get to pick your new child, your new heir. So like I was saying, they have the special traits and then special class abilities that I was talking about at the very beginning. So an Archmage It has spell cycles, so it has Archmages have 3 spells versus your standard 1. They also have a considerable amount of mana and low HP. This one has ADHD, so you move faster, whereas Lady Jenny is Hypergonadism. You're permaroided, attacks knock enemies further, so you're super strong. But you also have dementia, so you don't really know what's going on at any given time. Whereas Sir McGlattery II is a Lich King that is also an ectomorph, so every hit that you take sends you flying. And you have electrophobia, which means you're afraid of chickens. Let's re-roll the children, see if we can show some other classes here. So Lady Priscilla II is a dragon, dyslexic. Lady Antoinette V is a barbarian queen, so super, super beefy, lots of health, and lots of just straight up damage. Your standard tank, and then you have a dwarf paladin that has tunnel vision. Another beefy character, but has the ability to use a shield to block damage in exchange for mana. So we're going to go with Barbarian Queen here. Barbarians are a lot of fun. Let's just up crit damage, because why not? This is what the game normally looks like. Nice, rich color. So moving into a new castle, this really exemplifies the fact that the game is procedurally generated. So already you can see the map is different right off the bat. This is a different map. They've generated a different level. And when I go to new places, it'll be completely different from last time. Oh boy. Get out of here, Grey Baron. Get out of here, pupil. Got him. So what's really cool about this game is its endless replayability, and I think that's why I have this sentimental attachment to it, especially as something to play for my channel, because it's different every time, it's exciting every time, and there's always something new. So far all we've seen is the castle, the first part. I gotta jump into the third part right here. This is the Maya. Ow. And you can already see the Maya has different characters. It has a completely different setting and even different music. Oh boy. Ah! There we go. Okay. Oh my goodness. The things. This is bad news. There's pretty much no way I could not get hit there. That was just bad news bears. The money. Thank you. Why? You know what? I'm just going to leave you there. Have fun. So those green platforms, you can do a down strike and fail miserably, but they open up. Oh my god, I'm alive. So that chest is a mimic. Normally you can open chests and they will give you lots of gold or items or stuff like that. That chest is a mimic. You can see it shake a little bit there, and you can also look on the map and there's no chest icon, which tells you that it is in fact a mimic. Go. Chicken wings and mana. Mana bottles. Go back to the beginning real quick. See if I can get to a boss here. Whoop. Oh boy. Oh, oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There are chests in this room and there are ginormous enemies. There we go. So other than what you see right here, this is another one of those what you see is what you get games. What I'm showing right now is the extent of the entire game, and honestly, I thought the game would be a little repetitious, and that would make it boring. But in fact, it is most certainly repetitious, and not boring at all. Okay, so I just got an Imperial Sword out of this chest right here. So a new weapon that I can go to the blacksmith to unlock in the future. Whoop. Alright, so I'm going to go and show off the very first boss. Don't expect me to win. Clearly I'm not playing very well right now, so this is the very first boss. Kidder, the Gatekeeper. Each boss is distinct. Oh my goodness, that was so bad. That was so bad. I didn't even get to show off the boss. Each boss is distinct, and each provide their own unique challenges. So let's look at this new Imperial Sword before we buy anything. We got the Imperial Sword, so it carries a lot more damage with it, but it also weighs a lot more. So let's unlock the Imperial Sword. Let's go back to the castle. Upgrade our equipment load, which will use up the rest of our cash. And then we should be able to go ahead and equip the new Golden Imperial Sword. I don't think I can equip... Yeah, I can't buy anything else. So now, we do more damage. So this is the time where I can really utilize the Architect, show you guys what it means to lock the castle into place. The Architect goes into place. We talk to Sharon, pay him so he can let us into the castle. We're in Castle Hampton. You see how fast that loaded this time. I didn't have to build anything. And boom, we have a map. It's the same place, no problem. So let's jump to the boss room, and you can see the chests have been opened. Can't do anything with the chests. So that means all we can do is jump on and jump right in and fight the boss. Kidder is supposedly the easiest boss. He is one that I've had like the worst troubles fighting. Not even kidding. I am not good at fighting Kidder. Here we go. Die! Ah! Oh, whoops. That was the wrong button. Okay. So as with everything else in this game, the moves of the bosses are procedurally generated. Whoop. Which means there is no specified moveset. You can't just memorize a moveset and do this blind. It's not possible. However, the moveset is fairly easy to work with if you know what to look for. There we go. Alright, so the first boss is done. You can already see we're getting less gold. You know, 13, considerably less than what we were getting before. But the first boss has been defeated. So, we open up the chest and we found 3 magic damage plus 1, which means all of our spells will now do 3 more damage than they used to. Which doesn't sound like much, but every little thing counts. And the first light on the door opens up so we can actually see what we're doing. Once you light up all 4 of those, you can move on in through the door and fight the final boss. Okay, you need to die first, because you guys are, like, super annoying. There we go. Got him. Alright, and... Do we have dementia? We have dementia, so we see things that are not there. Which means this guy right here isn't even there. I swing at it, but I can't kill it because it's not real. So that's dementia at work right there. Shite! Ah! Bad place, bad place. Oh my goodness, run. Oh, right into a bad room. Rid of the skeletal dude. Ah! There's really not much more to say or show about this game at this point. Other than I accidentally killed myself. That was actually not on purpose, but... basically, this game is just awesome. You know, that's really all I have to say about it, is this game is pretty awesome. So, dragons can fly. Pretty straightforward. Which means, when you can fly around, obviously you don't want your jump runes, you don't want your dash runes. I mean, I can dash, but it doesn't do me much good. And once I have dashed once in the air, I can't dash again until I touch the ground. Or land on something. There we go. So... I mean, that's pretty much the game, guys. I know it's not a very informative Take a Peek episode, but there really is not all that much to say about this game. It's a side-scrolling 2D action RPG that has nearly infinite replayability. I've played a great deal of it on my channel. I do recommend watching the series. It was a lot of fun to make, and... you know, it really is, it's a fun game. It's pretty cheap. It's been out for a while. If you have some spare cash, just check it out. It's a game I recommend for sure. And after a couple games in a row that I thought was kind of blah, it feels good to be able to do a game that I don't want to put down, that I don't want to take away from this channel. Because it's fun, it's good, it's well designed. And it's well balanced. Truthfully, it's a very well balanced game. And anyone can accomplish virtually anyone can beat the game as long as they put the time into it. Whoop. Ow. Benefits to flying. Here we go. Hi. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. Oh, been through here. Gotta go this way. And then there are also one last thing that I did not mention. Mini-bosses. Whoop. Whoop. Oh my goodness, why? Oh my goodness, why? Why? So the mini-bosses in this game, there are, whoop, quite the wide variety of mini-bosses in this game. Whoop. Each come with their own special scary things. In this case, it's two really stupidly powerful mages. Oh boy. And defeating these mages will unlock a chest similar to what you see when you defeat an actual boss, with similar rewards. I done goofed. Aha! But I also unlocked Deathify, which allows me to stay alive a little bit longer, so I'm not exactly in the best place right now. Go ahead and hide behind the wall. Whoop. That was a good juke. Oh my goodness, the focus this takes right now. If I'm being quiet, it's because I'm focusing my butt off. Trying not to die. Oh my goodness. Ah! It's a lot easier when there's only one of them. Let me tell you. Whoa! I don't want to leave the room because then all their health comes back. If I were to leave the room. Got him. Sometimes the game does have a little graphical glitch like that, where spells will stay in the air. Holy Helm. That's something I'll have to look at. I haven't got any of the Holy set yet. But the spell, it doesn't hurt. It just goes away when you go over it. But it is a graphical glitch, but that's a very minor grievance to this entire game, which as a whole is very well designed, has minimal problems, and really is just a good game overall. Go. Go ahead and go down. So there are 4 areas in total. I showed you guys the castle and the Maya. There's also a forest and then a depths area. Go. Each area presents its own challenges, has its own unique music, and has various treasures with its own little bosses. That's a scary room. That was a scary shot. Whoop. There are lots of nuances to this game that I could talk about, but don't necessarily merit worth talking about. What's that? Hyperion's Ring. Still don't know what any of those items do, except for Hedgehog's Curse. Dang it! That was just bad. Oh, a double Death Defy! I only have like a 10% chance of Death Defy, so this is quite the run. Made it! Chest up there. Get there. Nope, nope. Wow. Aha! Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the forest, ever so briefly. And it had the royal bracers in there. Good find. Defeat all enemies. Easier said than done. Whoa, that was way too close. Oh, come on. Here we go. And that's gone. There is one more surprise in this game that I have not shown you guys, and that's more or less on purpose because I want you guys to see it for yourself. Dang it, those are gone too. Oh, God. Oh, well. Anyways, you guys can find that surprise for yourself. I'm gonna go show off the new things that we got. So, the Holy Helm, which has the Siphon ability, and the Royal Limbs, which comes with a lot of magic, but no real armor to speak of. Just pure magic, mage power. Very heavy. Well, why don't we get some more weight possibilities. Still can't wear that helmet. But I could put on the Guardian helmet. Don't want to. Really don't want to put on the Sage helmet. Even though the Sage helmet does have a 10% gold bonus, at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. So that's pretty much it, guys. I know there's been a lot of silence in this episode, but that's because there really isn't a huge amount to talk about. Like I said, what you see is what you get. This could be very disorienting for some people. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at that. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. This has been a Take a Peek episode of Rogue Legacy, the final episode of Rogue Legacy for this channel, probably for a very long time. It's a real fun game, and I really do recommend checking it out. If you have the time, if you have the money, it's very addicting. It's really do, guys. Go check it out. It's a great time. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.